Good day everyone. I Tripti Mishra welcome you to my YouTube channel NCERT Science Mantra. Today we are going to discuss exercise solutions of class 10th chapter number 1 chemical reaction and equation. This is part 1 video in which I am going to discuss question number 1 to 10. Remaining question number 11 to 20 I will discuss in my next video. Question number 1 is, which of the statements about the reaction below are incorrect? 2 PbO lead oxide solid plus carbon solid gives 2 Pb solid plus carbon dioxide gas. The options given are lead A, lead is getting reduced, B, carbon dioxide is getting oxidized, C, carbon is getting oxidized, D, lead oxide is getting reduced. So first of all, by seeing these options, we come to know that we should know what substance is going to be oxidized and what substance is going to be reduced. So first focus on the chemical equation. Here in the chemical equation, we know that two reactants are there, lead oxide and carbon. Lead oxide during the reaction changes to the lead and loss the oxygen. It means loss of the oxygen means lead oxide is getting reduced. So here we can say lead oxide is getting reduced. Then carbon is getting the oxygen and changing to the carbon dioxide. So here carbon is getting the oxygen or gaining the oxygen. So here it is oxidation. Now we can see which one is correct and which one is wrong. A option is lead is getting reduced. So here it is wrong. It is wrong. Carbon dioxide is getting oxidized. It is also wrong. Then carbon is getting oxidized. Yes, it is correct. Carbon is getting oxidized as we seen here. Then lead oxide is getting reduced. Yes, lead oxide is getting reduced. This is one is also correct. So C and D options are correct and A and B options are incorrect. Here in the question they are asking which one are incorrect. So question A and B options are incorrect. So the correct answer will be first A and B. Here answer is given first A and B are incorrect. Question number 2 is Fe2O3 plus 2 aluminium gives Al2O3 aluminium oxide plus 2 Fe. The above reaction is an example of A. So we have to find out the type of reaction, which one is the type of reaction is here in this reaction. Here we know aluminium is replacing the iron and making aluminium oxide and iron is displaced by the aluminium because iron is less reactive than aluminium. So it is clear that it is the type, this is the displacement reaction. So correct answer is D. It is a displacement reaction where aluminium is displacing iron. Question number 3 is, what happens when dilute hydrochloric acid is added to iron filling? Tick the correct answer. A. So here first we should know that what is the reaction going on here between hydrochloric acid and iron filling. Two things are here. Iron filling means metal and hydrochloric acid means acid. So whenever metal metals react with acid, they always forms salt plus hydrogen gas. Whenever metal is going to react with acid, they form salt and hydrogen gas. So here metal is iron Fe plus acid is hydrochloric acid HCl. As they react themselves, then it will form salt FeCl2. So here we will put 2 FeCl2 plus this hydrogen will be removed as hydrogen gas H2 in the form of gas. So now we will discuss about the options. Hydrogen gas and iron chloride are produced. Yes, hydrogen gas and iron chloride are produced. So this A option is correct. Remaining options are chlorine gas and iron hydroxides are produced. That is wrong. Then no reaction takes place. This is also wrong. Here reaction is going. And D, iron, salt and water are produced. That is also wrong. So correct option is A. Question number 4 is what is balanced chemical equation? Balanced chemical equation क्या है? Why should chemical equation be balanced? और chemical equations को balance क्यों किया जाता है? तो बैलेंस्ड केमिकल इक्वेशन क्या है? ऐसी इक्वेशन जिसमें कि रिएक्टेंट साइड में और प्रोडक्ट साइड में, दोनों साइड में, बोथ साइड्स में जितने भी एटम्स हैं उनकी संख्या बराबर हो, तो वो बैलेंस्ड केमिकल इक्वेशन. एंड व्हाई शुड द केमिकल इक्वेशन बी बैलेंस्ड? एज वी हैव स्टडीड द लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मास. पढ़ा है हमने क्लास 9th में कि मास ना तो क्रिएट किया जा सकता है ना ही डिस्ट्रॉय किया जा सकता है. तो केमिकल रिएक्शंस जो हैं वो लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मास को फॉलो करती हैं. ना तो केमिकल रिएक्शंस के दौरान मास क्रिएट होता है ना ही डिस्ट्रॉय होता है, और इस लॉ को फॉलो करने के लिए हमें केमिकल इक्वेशंस को बैलेंस करना होता है. सो व्हाट वी शुड राइट, दैट आई एम गोइंग टू रीड. ए रिएक्शन विच हैज an equal number of atoms of all the elements on both sides of the chemical equation is called balanced chemical equation. The law of conservation of mass states that mass can neither be created nor destroyed. Hence, in a chemical reaction, the total mass of reactants should be equal to the total mass of the products. It means that the total number of atoms of each element should be equal on both sides of a chemical equation. Hence, it is for this reason that chemical equations should be balanced. Question number 5 is translate the following statements into chemical equations and then balance them. A is hydrogen gas combines with nitrogen to form ammonia. Here we will discuss them one by one. So hydrogen gas formula is H2 combines with nitrogen N2, and as states are gas, so we will write small g and small g in the bracket. Then after the reaction they are forming ammonia. The formula of ammonia is NH3. That is also formed in the gaseous state. Here formula of ammonia is NH3, and for balancing here we will write 3 because here 2NH3. 2NH3 means 2 nitrogen. Here it is 2 nitrogen. Then hydrogens are 3 to the 6 in the product. Then in the reactant also they should be 6. That's why we will put here 3 in the beginning, and that's why it is the balanced chemical equation. Now B is hydrogen sulfide gas burns in air to give water and sulfur dioxide. Hydrogen sulfide gas formula is H2S, hydrogen sulfide H2S, and in bracket gas symbol G. Burns in air. Burns in air means reaction with oxygen. Whenever something is burning in air, it means reaction with oxygen. So we will write here plus O2. Then it will gives water and sulfur dioxide. Then water formula is H2O and sulfur dioxide formula is SO2. As we will balance it, we will come to know total hydrogens here are 2 2s are 4. Then here it will be also 2 H2S, so that it will be the 2 2s are 4. Then sulfur is 2, here also sulfur is 2, oxygen is 3 2s are 6, here also oxygen 2 here and 4 here, total 6 oxygens are there. So it is the balanced chemical equation. Now C is barium chloride reacts with aluminium sulfate to give aluminium chloride and a precipitate of barium sulfate. So we will write barium chloride. Formula of barium chloride will be barium is Ba2 positive and chloride is Cl negative, as we have studied in the class 9th. Then barium's valency is 2 and chloride valency is 1. As we will cross it, it will be barium BaCl2. So the formula will be BaCl2, that I give you example how to make the formula. Already we have studied this in the class 9th. So formula of barium chloride will be BaCl2. Then aluminium reacts with aluminium sulfate. Aluminium sulfate is Al2SO4 bracket 3. Then after the reaction, it is double displacement reaction and they will exchange their ions. Barium will react with sulfate and aluminium will combine with chloride. So here after the reaction they give aluminium chloride. Formula is AlCl3, as aluminium's valency is 3 and chloride valency is 1. So formula will be AlCl3. Then barium sulfate BaSO4. Now for balancing we will put 3 here and 2 and 3 here, and again we have to count the number of atoms before the reaction and after the reaction we will find that it is same. So next one is D. Potassium metal reacts with water to give potassium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Here we should also know, whenever the metal react with water, they gives hydroxides, or we can say that is base plus hydrogen gas. They will give base plus hydrogen gas. So here the metal is potassium, so it is potassium plus water H2O. It will gives base, potassium will forms KOH plus hydrogen gas. So the complete equation will be 2K plus 2H2O liquid gives 2 KOH AQ means aqueous means dissolve into the water, plus hydrogen gas. Question number 6 is balance the following chemical equations. A. HNO3 plus calcium hydroxide CaOH2 gives calcium nitrate plus H2O. Here in this equation we can observe that after the reaction formula of calcium nitrate is CaNO3 whole twice. It means after the reaction minimum 2 nitrate ions will be required. कम से कम 2 nitrate ion हमें चाहिए. So from where we are getting the nitrate ion? We are getting the nitrate ion from HNO3. It means minimum 2 HNO3 should be there. After, as we put 2 here for getting 2 nitrate here, then total number of hydrogen will be 2 hydrogen here and 2 hydrogen here. By that total water, where hydrogen is consuming, that is consuming in the form of water, and this total hydrogen will be 4, and after the reaction for making it 4 we have to put 2 with the water also. So finally what the balanced chemical equation will be, 2HNO3 plus calcium hydroxide gives calcium nitrate plus 2H2O. Next one is NaOH plus H2SO4 gives sodium sulfate plus water. Here also we can see that after the reaction the salt formed is sodium sulfate, in which for balancing 2 sodium ion will be required. For getting 2 sodium ion, here we have to put 2 in front of NaOH. Sodium hydroxide we have to put 2. By putting here 2, we will get here 2 sodium ion and also 2 oxygen and 2 hydrogen. Then water which we are getting here, total hydrogens are 2 here and 2 here, 4 hydrogen, and total 2 oxygen are there. So we have to put 2 also with the water. So balanced chemical equation will be 2NaOH plus H2SO4 gives Na2SO4 plus 2H2O. Next is C, NaCl sodium chloride plus silver nitrate AgNO3 gives silver chloride plus sodium nitrate NaNO3. As we see that this equation is already balanced. Total number of sodium atoms, chloride atoms, then silver ions and nitrate ions are same in the reactant and product side. So again we can write it as it is same. NaCl plus AgNO3 gives AgCl plus NaNO3. Now D1 is barium chloride plus H2SO4 gives barium sulfate plus hydrochloric acid. This is also balanced, already balanced equation. So we need not to balance it. Barium chloride plus H2SO4, barium sulfate plus 2HCl. Here it will be 2HCl because 2 hydrogen and 2 chloride are there. So it will be 2HCl. Okay, other atoms are already balanced. Question number 7 is, write the balanced chemical equation for the following reactions. A, calcium hydroxide plus carbon dioxide gives calcium carbonate plus water. First of all, we should know the formula. So calcium hydroxide, its formula is CaOH bracket 2. Then carbon dioxide, its formula is CO2. After the reaction, they will give calcium carbonate. So calcium is Ca, valency is 2, carbonate is CO3, 2 minus ion, so valency is 2. So as we will make its formula, it will be CaCO3. So CaCO3 plus H2O. So and as we compare count the number of atom before the reaction and after the reaction, then we will find it is same. So this is the balanced chemical equation of the A. Now B, zinc plus silver nitrate gives zinc nitrate plus silver. Zinc is Zn. Its formula is Zn. Then silver nitrate, it is AgNO3. Ag valency 1, nitrate NO3 minus, so valency is 1. So its formula will be AgNO3. Then it will form zinc nitrate. Zinc nitrate is Zn and Zn valency is 2. Zn's valency is 2. So its formula with nitrate will be Zn NO3 whole twice. Okay, so plus silver Ag. Now here in the product we want 2 nitrate ions, and for getting 2 nitrate ions we have to put here 2 in front of AgNO3. and by putting 2 in front of AgNO3, again here in the reactant side there are 2 silver ion, then at the product side also it will be 2 silver ions. So now this is the balanced chemical equation. Zn plus 2 AgNO3 gives ZnNO3 whole twice plus 2 Ag. Third C1 is aluminium plus copper chloride. Aluminium is Al, copper chloride is CuCl2. It will give aluminium chloride. Its formula is AlCl3 and copper Cu. It is the displacement reaction. Then for balancing, we know we want AlCl3. As for getting 3 and aluminium is 3, for balancing we have to put here 2. Then total 3 to the 6 aluminium ions we want here. For completing here 6 aluminium ion, we have to put 3 here. So the balanced chemical equation will be 2Al plus 3 CuCl2 gives 2AlCl3 plus 3 Cu. D is barium chloride formula BaCl2 plus potassium sulfate. Potassium is K, sulfate is SO4, so the formula will be K2SO4. Then barium sulfate BaSO4 and plus potassium chloride KCl. So as we know here, total 2 potassium ion and 2 chloride ions we are getting. It means 2 potassium chloride we will get. So this is the balanced chemical equation. Barium BaCl2 plus K2SO4 gives BaSO4 plus 2 KCl. Question number 8 is, write the balanced chemical equation for the following and identify the type of reaction in each case. Potassium bromide aqueous. Potassium bromide formula is KBrAq. Then barium iodide. Barium iodide formula is Bai2 because barium's valency is 2 and iodide valency is 1. So formula will be Bai2. Then potassium iodide Ki and barium bromide. Barium is Ba plus 2 and bromide is Br minus 1. So the formula will be BaBr2. Here we can see that they are exchanging their ions with each other. So it is a double displacement reaction. And by that equation, barium iodide, we will get 2 iodide ions. And for balancing 2 iodide ions, we want 2 potassium ion. And for getting 2 potassium ion, here we have to put 2. So the balanced chemical equation will be 2 KBr aqueous plus Bai2 aqueous gives 2 Ki aqueous plus BaBr2 solid. This is double displacement reaction. Now next one, B is zinc carbonate formula ZnCO3. Then it will give zinc oxide ZnO plus carbon dioxide CO2 gas. As we can see here, zinc carbonate is dividing in the zinc oxide and carbon dioxide. It means it is decomposing reaction. Decomposition reactions. So the type of reaction will be here decomposition reaction in which a single substance decomposes to give 2 or more substances. And for balancing, here it is already balanced. So the reaction will be Zn plus CO3 solid gives ZnO solid plus CO2 gas. Next one, C is hydrogen gas. The formula hydrogen gas is H2 gas plus chlorine gas formula will be Cl2 gas. It will give hydrogen chloride. Hydrogen chloride formula is HCl gas. Here we are getting 2 hydrogen ion and 2 chloride ion by there. So after the reaction also we will get 2 HCl. Now here two substances are combining together and making a new substance. So this is the combination reaction. So the reaction will be H2 gas plus Cl2 gas gives 2 HCl gas combination reaction. D1 is magnesium solid. Magnesium is Mg plus hydrochloric acid AQ. This is HCl hydrochloric acid AQ. It will give magnesium chloride MgCl2 plus hydrogen gas. As I told you earlier, whenever this is the metal plus acid, it will give salt plus hydrogen gas. Here magnesium formula is Mg. Magnesium is more reactive than hydrogen. So it will displace, magnesium is more reactive than hydrogen. So it will displace the hydrogen from its salt and combine and makes the new salt and makes MgCl2 and hydrogen gas. So it is a displacement reaction. Question number 9 is, what does one mean by exothermic and endothermic reactions? Give examples. Here, exothermic and endothermic reactions. Exothermic means the reactions in which heat is evolved. ऐसी रिएक्शन जिसमें हीट बाहर निकलती है, रिलीज होती है, वो एक्सोथर्मिक रिएक्शंस होती हैं. और जितनी भी कॉम्बिनेशन रिएक्शंस होती हैं वो जनरली एक्सोथर्मिक रिएक्शंस होती हैं. सो what we should write, chemical reactions that releases energy in the form of heat, light or sound. एनर्जी रिलीज की जाती है किसी भी फॉर्म में, हीट के फॉर्म में या लाइट के फॉर्म में या साउंड के फॉर्म में एनर्जी को रिलीज किया जाता है, वो सभी रिएक्शन एक्सोथर्मिक रिएक्शंस कहलाती हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल, मिक्सचर ऑफ सोडियम एंड chlorine to yield table salt. Sodium plus chlorine Cl2, it will give NaCl plus 411 kilojoule energy. In other words, combination reactions are exothermic reactions. Now, reactions that absorb energy or require energy, जो reactions जिसमें कि energy absorb की जाती है या जिन रिएक्शंस को कंप्लीट करने के लिए एनर्जी देनी पड़ती है, हीट के फॉर्म में या सनलाइट के फॉर्म में या इलेक्ट्रिसिटी के फॉर्म में हमें एनर्जी देनी पड़ती है, वो एंडोथर्मिक रिएक्शंस कहलाती हैं. और जनरली जो डिकम्पोजिशन रिएक्शंस होती हैं वो एंडोथर्मिक रिएक्शंस होती हैं. सो एंडोथर्मिक रिएक्शंस आर reactions that absorb energy or require energy in order to proceed are called endothermic reactions. Example, process of photosynthesis. photosynthesis में भी plants जो है वो sunlight से energy absorb करते हैं और ग्लूकोज फॉर्म करते हैं. कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एनवायरनमेंट से लेते हैं, वाटर उनको रूट्स से एब्जॉर्ब करते हैं और फाइनली वो ग्लूकोज और ऑक्सीजन प्रोड्यूस करते हैं और साथ में एनर्जी लेते हैं इस दौरान वो सनलाइट से. सो in the process of photosynthesis, plants use the energy from sun to convert carbon dioxide and water to glucose and oxygen. So here 6CO2 plus 6H2O liquid in the presence of sunlight changes to glucose C6H12O6 aqueous plus 6O2 in the form of gas. Question number 10 is, why is respiration considered an exothermic reaction? Respiration जो है, श्वसन, वो exothermic reaction क्यों मानी जाती है? Because during the respiration, substances are burned and they are giving the energy, they are producing the energy. So that's why this is the exothermic reaction. So what we should write, that is, energy is required to support life. Energy in our body is obtained from the food we eat. During digestion, large molecules of food are broken down into simpler substances such as glucose. Glucose combines with oxygen in the cells and provides energy. The special name of the combustion reaction is respiration. Since energy is released in the whole process, it is an exothermic process. Here C6H12O6 means glucose plus 6O2 oxygen. It will give 6 CO2 carbon dioxide plus 6 H2O water and also energy. It means during the respiration we are getting the energy, that's why they are the exothermic reactions. And this is the opposite to the photosynthesis. In the photosynthesis we have to give the energy, they are endothermic reaction, and respiration we get the energy, so it is the exothermic reaction. So friends, here in this video I discussed first 10 question of the exercise. Remaining 10 I will discuss in my next question. I think it is beneficial for you. So like the video and also share this video with your other friends. And most important, subscribe my YouTube channel and press the bell icon so that you will get the notification as I will upload my next video. I have also provided the link of other videos of class 10th in the description box. Thank you.